Big news if you're considering buying a Tesla, the EV tax credit is back up for conversation, and we're going to break down in more detail some of the most frequently asked questions, when this goes into effect, how much it is, which Teslas are involved in this video. So we're about to get into it, but before we do, there's a huge vote coming up on this act this week. Make sure to subscribe to see if this passes or fails, and also check out the links in the description if you are thinking about a Tesla for the very best accessories found on Amazon. So the summary of the latest, the previous Build Back Better plan involved a $7,500 credit that you would get at the time of filing your taxes. Well, now that has changed. We're looking at the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022, and this one is a little different. So previously, Tesla was excluded from getting any kind of credits for their sales because they surpassed the 200,000 EVs sold mark. So this Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 brings back the $7,500 credit, and it is different because you get it at the point of sale. So some of the most frequently asked questions is, when are you going to get this? Well, the $7,500 credit, like we said, eliminates the $200,000 EV sold cap. So now Tesla is approved. This is going to be voted on next week or this coming week by the time of making this video. And what you need to know is this goes into effect in 2023. Now, a big point of confusion, and I just want to clear this up right now. I had a lot of questions about if I've placed an order already, or if you're considering placing an order, will I get the credit if I place my order now and then I take delivery in 2023? Well, here is the answer. If you take delivery, no matter when you order in 2022, you will not get the $7,500 point of sale credit. Now, how it works, if you place your order now or later, and then your delivery date is in 2023, you get the credit. If you placed your order after 2023 and then take delivery after that, you also get the credit. So again, current orders, deliveries in 2023, yes, and then future orders in 2023, you also get the credit. So there's a lot of confusion on which Teslas are involved, and there are certain caps for sedans and SUVs. So let's go over that. It's a 55,000 MSRP electric sedan cap. So this is in the Model 3. So the MSRP price, that is before options. So the base model must be the base price, must be under $55,000. So if you're doing the math, the only Model 3 that qualifies as it's written right now is the Model 3 rear wheel drive. So if you are looking at the Model Y, that is considered a small SUV, and that cap is $80,000 for SUVs, also vans, and also trucks. So whenever we're talking about trucks, again, the Cybertruck is hinted, Elon said on the last earnings call, to be produced in 2023. This is a 10-year plan, so those credits will extend. So if you are considering a Cybertruck, it would fall under the $80,000 or below category. Another one of the most frequently asked questions or confusions comes down to production versus parts. And what I mean is there's a rule that the vehicle must be assembled in North America. Now, that doesn't mean that all the parts have to come from North America, because there are some plants down in Mexico. There's parts coming from Mexico for Tesla and other companies. But if the production happens in North America, which of course it does here in the United States for Tesla out of Austin and Fremont and Nevada, so that does qualify. Tesla does qualify based on that location. So another very common and understandable confusion are who gets this tax credit. There are income caps. So here's what they are, and let me fully explain. If as an individual you have a modified gross income under $150,000, you will qualify for this credit. So if you make more than $150,000 as an individual tax filer, you do not get this credit. But what about joint couples? So for joint returns, they do double that individual cap, and if you're making over $300,000 as a joint filer, then you will not qualify. Again, if you make over 300, so if you're under 300,000 as a couple or joint filers, then you will also get this credit. So what are next steps? How likely is this going to pass? And when should you order your Tesla? Or if you have one on order already what you should do. So how likely is this going to pass, and when should you place your order for a Tesla, and what should you do if you already have an order for a Tesla? Well, it does look like, because of Senator Joe Manchin's participation, this will move through the process after over a year of negotiation. So I expect this, my prediction is next week we'll have a favorable outcome. I think it will pass, it'll move to the House, and then it'll pass there. So when should you consider ordering your Tesla? So when should you order your Tesla? Well, here's what I would say. Now, I do expect this to have a favorable outcome and pass. Now, Elon took to Twitter and said that price decreases, even though their slight decreases, could be coming soon if inflation calms down. Now, what does that mean? I expect, now my prediction is we'll see around $2,000 to maybe $3,000 at the highest for price decreases. Now, I want to wait about a month or maybe 2 months to see if price decreases happen. Again, this is a 10-year act, so you're going to get that $7,500 credit. Now, of course, the sooner you order, the sooner you're going to get your Tesla, but for the exact same car, perhaps if you wait a few months, you don't want to be kicking yourself if the prices do decrease, because that would be the lower price you would get. So if you do have a Tesla on order and your delivery date is coming up, you actually can reach out to Tesla and request that your delivery date get pushed back. So I'll reach out to them and ask if that is possible. And just know, if that is unavailable or you pushed it back as far as you possibly can, if you take delivery in 2022, you will not get the credit. Again, not get the credit. Now, you can cancel your order. Of course, you're going to have that non-refundable deposit that you're going to lose, but then you can reorder and take delivery in 2023. That's not financial advice. That's just something you can do. Again, if this passes, you then will get it if you take delivery in 2023. So hopefully you enjoyed this update. Make sure to subscribe to get the results of the vote coming this week. The only way I know you like this content is, of course, to drop a like and consider subscribing for that update. Again, this is Matt from Frunk to Trunk. We will see you in the next video.